Hello and welcome to this special edition of Mid-Table Crisis with me, Tom Patrick. I'm only joking, Simon's not here. Bless him. He's got some sort of incapacity at the moment, which means he can't do a proper podcast. So for now, it's just me giving you something to tide you over. And I know you're all big fans of Mid-Table Crisis out there. And I know fans of Mid-Table Crisis are quite often fans of Football Manager as well. And I've had a few requests, bearing in mind my famous careers on FM12, I've had a few requests to share a few of my secrets. So that's what I'm doing here today. It's just a quick look at some players you should definitely buy if you're in the Blue Square North-South on FM12. And some of these players are good players in later editions as well. So, get them in, look at them up on 13 and 14 as well. And I've basically focused on attacking players for now. I might do another one in the future where I look more towards goalkeepers and defenders. But, I'm definitely looking at players of an attacking nature at the moment.
5.
A winger. He can also play in central midfield. He's predominantly on the right, but he's decent on the left, and you can train him up as well. Can also play up front. He's not bad there. His name's Paul Walker, namesake of the recently deceased actor. He's 33 when the game starts. And you might think 33 is quite old for a winger. And it is, but he still does the business. First season, he's always brilliant. I mean, these days I would not think of not signing him, if that makes any sense. You can expect about 20 assists from him if you play him in about 30, 35 games, I'd say. And, one of your top 5 players of the season, I'd say. He's experienced. He's not too slow. I mean, he's not the quickest, but he's got enough pace and acceleration to get there. And he's got great crossing, great dribbling, and he's very good at corners as well. So you can expect probably 10 assists a season from him in terms of corners. Good pass to the ball as well, which is good. You know, you can play him attacking midfield. I usually play him on the right, occasionally on the left. Yeah, he's got a good enough mixture. Mentally, he's not brilliant, but he's definitely got enough there. He's a worthwhile purchase. I mean, you should be able to get him in on a free. We're talking 70, 80, 90 quid at the most per week. So get him in for one season at least, possibly 2. In the second season for me, he still does the business, but he's just a little bit slower and he finds it a little bit more difficult, but definitely still a great player to have in your squad.
4.
And another Scotsman who should be very high on your list is the great Gary Wales. Yes, Wales from Scotland. And he's another older gentleman, 32 at the start of the game, but he has really got a little bit of everything, especially at non-league level. You know, all these players that I'm going to mention, all of them, you should be able to sign from the start. You may have to offer them a trial in order to get them interested at first, then you should be able to approach to sign them. And Gary Wales is available on a free, and he's got a very good mixture. He may be into his 30s, but he's still got enough physical stats to get by. I think everything's in double figures for him. So he's still quick enough, he's still strong enough, he's still fit enough. And then when it comes to all his all-important composure and finishing, we're talking 10s, 11s, and good passing as well, mentally very strong, and just a good all-round player. Good for first touch, good free kicks, good technique, and he can crack some in from distance as well. You know, if you sign him up, you can expect 3 or 4 long-range belters per season. And, you know, in your first season, if you can keep him fit, 20 goals plus in the Blue Square North and South, as it were. And he's definitely worth keeping for your second season as well, whether you get promoted or not, because even in the Conference Premier, he'll still score goals, and he'll still cause trouble for defences.
3.
Another man who's always on my shortlist as soon as I join a team, Eric Farrow. Another older lad. He's 33 going on 34 as soon as the game starts. He's actually from Reunion, and he's a left midfielder or a left attacking midfielder. That's where he's natural. But he's very good anywhere down the left. You know, he's quite versatile. He can play in left back, left wing back. He can also play up front. He's not bad in any of those positions. He's not a great tackler, but he's good at filling in. And I think he's got about 9 for finishing and something like 13 for composure. So he's not a bad striker at all. Quick enough, good stamina, good strength. Physically definitely good enough to compete at North-South level. And what's really good about him is his 13 crossing and 12 first touch. He's really good at whipping a good ball in, a good pass to the ball as well. So whether he's, quite far out wide and needs to whip it in, or he's in a bit closer and just needs to knock one across the box. He's very good at both of them. Mentally very, very strong as well. Good concentrations, good decisions, good flair, good work rate, which is all great things for a winger at that level. And yeah, he really does, he'll add a lot to a team. And if you can't get him, then I would recommend Cedric Fiston and Patrick Vaz, two other older wingers, but all very good players, all left wingers. They've got different skills, but they're three very good players that you should be looking at that level there.
2.
And seeing as my last three have been older players, I'm gonna bring things down a little bit with a little youngster, Omar Karoma. He's a classic player. I think he's about 20, 21, 22 at the start of the game. Naturally a striker, can also play on the right or as an attacking midfielder, but centre forward's really where you want him. He's a great poacher. Good acceleration and pace, 13-13. Finishing's only about 9, composure's only about 9, which doesn't sound brilliant, but with his pace, with his aggression, with his great dribbling, the combination of those things just means he's almost unstoppable. 25 goals plus in your first season. Keep him fit, keep him playing. He'll be banging them in. Likes to round the keeper and go for an easy finish. Also good at just nipping in and grabbing those goals when it's a rebound. Great at following up. Good attacking, aggressive player. A really, really good poacher at non-league level. Even in the Conference Premier, you can expect him to get, say, 50% less goals, but he's still well worth his value. And as I say, he's quite versatile as well. If you ever want to stick him out wide, he'll do a good job there. I mean, his crossing's not great, but he'll still cause problems. He's got that pace, and he's young as well. If I was to sign him on 2014, I'd want looking at a 2-3 year contract at least, because he'll bang goals for you. And if you do get promoted and he's not quite as effective, there will be teams looking at him and will be offering you some money for him, which is vital at that level. So that's one thing you should definitely be considering. A few downsides: his crossing is quite poor, and obviously his mental stats aren't great. But that can be built on, and he does get called up for the Gambia quite often because he is Gambian and they haven't got a wealth of great players, and usually he's smashing the goals in. So you've got that to consider as well, but definitely an essential, I would say. I wouldn't start a game and not think of buying him, and most of the time I get him in. He's on a free as well, so always look at him.
1.
And my final attacking player you must have, should be straight on your shortlist, is Steven Sterling, who is a creative midfielder or an attacking midfielder. Yeah, the reason I put him in the attacking players section is because he's not a great tackler. You really shouldn't be playing him as a ball-winning midfielder or anything like that. He's going to be your creator. Either players are destroyers. He's the one that feeds them the passes. You can expect a few goals from him as well, especially at Blue Square North-South level. He's got a 7 for finishing, 11 for composure, and he's quick as well. So he's a master of the 20, 18-yard finish. Edge of the box. You think he's going to pass, and he'll just pass one straight into the net. Also good if he's coming in from wide. Good cross to the ball, good dribbling, good all-rounder really, but it's his passing. His passing is often the difference. Steven Sterling, of course, did used to play for Sterling, which is a nice little touch. And yeah, he's only 21 when the game starts, so he's someone you should definitely be considering. I prefer him to play him as an advanced playmaker, but in central midfield. He'll do you a great job attacking midfield as well. Either one's fine, and you should be able to get him in for about 80, 90 quid per week, which is an absolute steal considering what a good quality player he is. He wouldn't look out of place in League 2. So if you can get him Blue Square North-South on a free, which you should be able to, you might have to offer him a trial first. Definitely go for it, because he's good physically, he's got very good mentals considering his age, and the passing, the dribbling, first touch, it all adds up to a great, great player. We're talking high average ratings, whether you're Blue Square Premier or Blue Square North-South, with lots of assists, probably your main assister, unless you've got Paul Walker, in which case he'll lead that chart. But yeah, he's a really great prospect as well. So get him on a nice long contract, because you'll have other teams looking at him. And yeah, basically they're 5 players who, if I start a game on 12, if I'm managing at the non-league level, I'm always looking at them. Whether I'm Vauxhall, whether I'm Accrington, it doesn't matter if I'm managing a top, League 2 pushing Blue Square Premier side, or I'm avoiding relegation in Blue Square North. I should be able to get them by some sort of means. I should be able to get all 5 of those players in straight away. all 3 contracts, and I know they're going to do a good job for me, all of them. They all are attacking players, so I'd expect assists and goals, plenty of them, and all of those players as well. Those are the kind of players that be fighting over Player of the Season for you. So definitely look at signing those 5. And that concludes this special episode for now. It was just a short way of showing you the kinds of things I do in order to dash my way up the leagues. At that level, I really think it is about the players, and those players are top quality for that level. So thank you very much for listening, and tune in next time while I'll be revealing 5 more defensive players that you must sign at that level. I've been Tom Patrick. This has been Mid-Table Crisis. Thank you very much.